Hi guys! Hello everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sonia and I'm a Nigerian YouTuber based in Toronto, Canada. I on Sundays I do Sunday Sit Down with Sonia, and today I have two guests. Can you guys please introduce yourselves briefly?
Hi everyone, my name is Yemi. I also live in Canada and Sonia's right.
And you?
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Efe. I guess
Hi
that's all.
Efe. I'm actually doing this live for the first time. So I see what's going on. So guys, bear with me. This is the first time I'm doing this live, and my supposed AirPod is not even connected. Okay, now it is. Yeah. So today we're talking about gossip. I and my friends were talking about gossiping the other day, and we were trying to understand like what it really means to gossip. Like, is it always negative, or is it every conversation you have about someone, whether it's true or not, that is considered as gossip? So I just wanted to discuss with people, like other people, and see, let you guys weigh in. So okay, let me tell you what she said. My friend pretty much said that whatever conversation you're having, that you mention someone else's name that is not there,
Mhm.
is pretty much gossip. So she's pretty much saying it's not always negative, since like if I come and say, like, if I have an experience with Yemi, for instance, and whether it's positive or negative, and I go to tell Effie when Yemi's not there that this is what happened between me and Yemi, or this happened, she said pretty much that it's gossip. So
Can you give a live example? Like, think of it this way: you come to my house today, we have a conversation, and I go and tell Ife, Sonia came to my house yesterday. By your definition, that is gossip. So, in that scenario, do you consider that gossip?
I honestly don't think that is gossip, because I feel like I should be able to express myself, but I should be able to share my experience with another person, even if it involves someone else. I should be able
Yeah.
to share my experience with someone else, even if it's negative, like even if the experience was a negative experience. Let's say, can you imagine I went to Yemi's house
She didn't give me
and
food.
what happened to Effie? Can you imagine I went to Yemi's house and then Yemi slapped me or something, and I was very upset. I cried, and I come to tell Efe about it. Then they'll say I've gone to gossip about Yemi. What do you guys think?
Uh, I mean, I think for me that's 50-50 because in one side it's really your story, but in the other side, if Yemi was to come and narrate the story, maybe she has a different perspective. Maybe Sonia pinched me, so I slapped her, right? So you're saying it from your own perspective, and you're not giving the other party the opportunity to also tell their own story,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you might be sharing your experience, but that experience is going to make the other person think negatively of the other person. So that's
About the other person.
yeah.
So you think it's gossip, even though this is what's happening? Is it necessarily tagged as gossip? I mean, it's not the best way, because I've come to tell Efe what happened to me with Yemi, but and although the situation is negative, I don't feel I'm necessarily gossiping, because I'm just sharing my experience. Yes, it may make Fa look at her in a bad light because Yemi's not there to defend herself, but I don't necessarily feel it's gossip, sha. Fa, what do you think? Okay, Fa is not with us.
Might be having some technical
Yeah,
difficulties.
Fa is having some technical difficulties. So Yemi, what do you think? So, but what
Again,
if what I came to say was positive now? Is that also considered as gossip?
technically no. So I get your point that yes, even if the experience is negative,
Mm,
it might not. I don't know. For me, it's gossip. As long as you're saying something about someone else that's going to make the person think less of that person,
mm-hmm.
I think it's gossip.
Yeah, because it has a negative
Yeah, because it
connotation
has
to
a
it.
negative connotation.
So
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
so So that means gossip is a negative thing.
Yes,
So it's only when it's negative,
that's when it's gossip.
Exactly. That's what I feel as well. Like if I'm like, because I think what she was pretty much saying, like, so even if I come and tell you that FA was such a good person in this, or what I'm saying about FA is good, that is still gossip because FA is not there.
No.
Like, it's not necessarily, can't confirm if it's true.
In
So
that case, 70% of conversations won't happen because some of your conversations with your friends, or most of your conversations about things that happen to you, maybe in life
yes,
or your interactions with someone else. So
with
every
someone else.
conversation where another person's name enters doesn't mean it's gossip. I feel like if that conversation is initiated for the purpose of, bashing somebody else, then I feel like that's gossip, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because that's what I was saying. I was like, that means that we gossip, like our everyday conversation is gossip. If
And
that's what I was telling her, like if she feels that's what it means, that pretty much means our everyday conversation is gossip. Because
that's it,
even
because you have conversations about everything.
yes, because even at work with colleagues, you can talk about maybe your boss with another colleague or something, and it's not necessarily always negative, but you're just talking about an experience or something that happened. Oh, in this meeting, this thing happened, and this person said this. It doesn't necessarily mean what happened was negative. So me sharing that experience of what happened in the meeting or passing that message, does it just now mean it's gossip? Hi, FA, welcome back. Before we lose you again, I want you to
Hello.
say what you feel about this whole situation.
Okay, sorry, my internet is really choppy here. But yeah, gossip, I don't know. It's a lot of fun. It's something people have to do for fun. Yeah, but I think the most common connotation is when it's used negatively. So I wouldn't come out and say, "Oh, I'm a gossip," and
Mm-hmm.
own that with my chest. Like no one will admit that, but it's something we all do. So yeah, and then
Yeah,
it's a
we
little bit.
definitely
It's
all
always like
gossip.
something like with a little bit of truth in it, like something that actually seems plausible, and that's the
Mm-hmm.
part that makes it believable. So you could see someone maybe they're having struggles with their finances, but it's not that bad. But then when the story comes out, it's like, oh my, they're just so broke they can't even afford their rent or they can't afford their bills or something. So yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
that is the part that hurts, the part that's not true. Of course, when you add the stew and the garnish
Embellishments.
into the rice, then it's easier to swallow and to eat as well.
Yeah. Hi,
Sometimes
Tube.
jobs
Thanks for
too,
joining us.
some people's get hurt too. Yeah, that's all I'll
Hi,
say for
Tube.
now.
Yeah, so for me, I feel even if I'm sharing my experience, a negative experience I had with someone to my friend, I don't feel I'm gossiping. That's for me. Oh. Personally, I mean anyone else can say it's gossip. But I just feel like I should be able to express myself. Someone asked, okay, if you're telling your friend something that happened, like if I'm telling FA something that happened between me and Yemi and it was a negative experience, that why can't I tell Yemi? I'm like, because it's not every time, it's not like I cannot say it in front of Yemi. I don't care if Yemi hears about this thing. But at this point in time, I don't feel like telling Yemi first or saying it to Yemi first. Or maybe it has happened and I said what I needed to say to her already. Like I've said my feelings about the situation to her already. And I'm just narrating the experience to FA. And I'm like, then the person's like, why not narrate in front of her? I was like, because I've already talked to her about it. It has already happened, right? And maybe there's sometimes you don't even want to confront the person. Like it's not always necessary that every situation you must confront someone. It's my choice. I can decide I want to tell the person, I want to talk to the person about it or not. I can decide I just want to share my experience or express myself to my friend or my mom or someone. And sometimes when something negative happens between me and a friend and I go and tell another person first, it's not always necessarily because I want to paint the person in another light. Maybe I even want to see maybe if I'm overreacting, or if I'm like, what does the person think of this situation? What do they think I should do? Sometimes it can be like for advice. So in that way, I don't think I'm gossiping
Yeah,
if I
but
come
don't
and tell
don't you
you.
see the bias in that? Because again, you're
Mhm.
two people are in a situation. You're telling the story from your own perspective,
Yeah.
right? And leaving out like in narrating the story, you only see the parts that almost kind of like diminish your own actions into whatever that negative thing is
Mm.
and amplify what the other person is doing. So even if you're saying, oh, you know what, I'm actually just talking about it to someone else so they can say if I'm really crazy or if I have a right to be upset, you're saying it from your own point of view. So, which
Mhm.
to me is gossip, especially if you haven't had a conversation with the other party and asked, say, you did this to me, I'm upset, why did this happen? And then if you take that conversation and go tell the other person, say, you know what, I had a fight with Yemi. I asked her about it, and the reasons she gave were X, Y, Z. My own perspective is, B and A. What do you think? At least you're almost going on like a even footing rather than just saying your own side. So for me, it's gossip as gossip goes. But the
Well,
problem
I
is,
get what you're
everyone is
saying.
guilty.
From the way you differentiated it now, kind of makes a bit more sense. I can see how maybe if I did not also say what you Yemi said or how you feel about the situation, because but the truth is that, like they said, there's always there's one person's story, another person's story, and the truth. Like both of us have our different truths, right? Like, so except we're all sitting together, we cannot really know like everybody's truth. Fa, if you
Yeah.
can hear us, maybe it would be better if you don't put your video on and you can just talk. I don't know if you can hear us, but if you
And the
can.
side note, where is Efe? Is he in Canada? Just random.
No, he's not in Canada. That's the problem.
Alright. That's the first thing I'm like, where is this choppy internet coming from?
So, Fa, if you want to switch your video off and just talk, that, and if you think that will help your internet, that would be better. I don't know if it's still loading. But yeah, so it's just weird, I guess. I don't know. Because I feel like it can every Fa, if you feel like your video being off will be better, maybe you can do that, right? If you feel like your video off will be better and then you can talk.
Ah,
But we can hear you.
I can't. I got a question. Oh, my network is terrible. I'm calling from somewhere remote in Nigeria, and I really wish I could hear that question. You want to type it in the chat? I know you guys can hear me, but I can't hear you girls. So
Oh
type in the chat.
wow.
I'd probably be able to answer there.
um
Yeah,
It's
it's
so
just
strange.
Let
one
me
of those
just
things.
say, anyways, I'm sure we'll soon be done.
Are you gonna skip me and go to Yemi now? Because I didn't get the question.
I was just saying, if you want to switch your video off, if it helps, and just talk, that could be fine. Tuve, you want to come in? Let me invite you. How do I
Switch off
invite
my
Tuve?
video. Does it help? Let me see. Okay, videos. Oh, how does that work? I saw your chat, so maybe you want to type there. Nah. Tuvie, I'm not gonna let you stand in for me. Please stop this. I'm just having technical challenges, okay? I don't want to be replaced by you. Sonia, if you type the question in the chat, I'll see it and respond. Obviously, you guys can hear me.
Yeah.
We hear you cracking jokes.
Oh my TV. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it's not gossip. I guess you can see it as gossip when the other person is not there to stand in for themselves. But I don't know. For me, Sha.
I mean, it's not even that. Like, that's even one very particular aspect of gossip, right? Like, there are other parts where this is not even a negative experience. You're just talking about someone that really you have no access to or who you don't know, and you just
Yeah, that is definitely
just
gossip.
setting table on
Yeah,
someone's matter, right? This is that you have
that's
no
definitely
interaction with the
gossip.
person. You're just saying, can you imagine? And things like that are actually very interesting to me because I've had scenarios where someone just randomly comes to meet me and starts having conversations about someone who they don't know that I know. And I'm like, okay, this is interesting. Number one,
Yeah,
why are you telling me? And number
yeah.
two, why are you taking it upon yourself to be so involved in somebody else's life that you don't know. I understand it's almost like because you do it to celebrities as well, right? Like we
Mm-hmm.
sit down and we have conversations about celebrities like we know them, which we really don't, So maybe that might be the
Like table
exception.
their matters.
That's not gossiping, that's just like pop culture or whatever. But if
Mm-hmm.
you're sitting down and you're talking about someone who you don't know and just saying things, oh, can you imagine this person did this person did that? And I mean, not
That's
like you're
definitely
friends with the
gossip.
person and the person told you.
That's
Again,
definitely gossip.
everyone is guilty, right? You get
Yeah,
carried
we're
away,
all
you sit
guilty
down,
of
something,
gossiping.
but again, that's also gossip. So
Yeah, we're definitely all guilty of gossiping. Like that's for sure. So, like I'm not saying nobody's guilty of gossiping. I'm just trying to pinpoint exactly what
yeah.
situations I consider gossiping. But that's definitely gossip. It's like I was telling someone, like, okay, let's say I just came to tell you about FA, that see what happened to FA's relationship or blah 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 blah. Like just coming to tell you, like, has nothing to do with me. Like it's
Like,
not.
I
It's
don't even know this person. Just want to give me
this
gist.
person.
Maybe to
Yeah, like obviously is that's gossip. Like that.
you're laughing, but it happens all the time.
Yeah, but I mean, even though it happens all the time, it's still gossip. Like
Yeah,
we all gossip.
definitely, I
That's
agree.
that one is standard. We all gossip. We all gossip. It's just like knowing which one is gossip. Like from the definition here, let me read it. It says gossip is casual or unconstrained conversation or reports about other people, typically involving details that are not confirmed as being true.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if it has gone again, I guess it's just you and I, Yemi. So I guess what it's saying here is like unconstrained conversation or reports about other people, typically involving details that are not being confirmed as being true. And how do you know what is true, or how do we know what is confirmed as being true? Like
Yeah. So
we don't know. So somebody asked, what is the difference between gossip and conversation? Someone said gossip is someone who likes to talk about someone else's private or personal business, while
true.
conversation is conversation. Okay. So another thing, time.com says it is say gossip. All humans partake in some form of gossip. Um, like all human beings do that, and they're not saying that it's not necessarily negative. Like it's just like a broad conversation. I'm just like, what?
Yeah, and another thing when talking about even gossip is like this perception, right? Like it's women that gossip and men just gist. That's another thing. I feel like both parties are equally guilty
Eh,
of
men gossip so much.
honestly, but when they
Let me
say
not even
when they want to
start.
abuse men, right? They'll say, "Why you gossiping like a woman?" Like,
Like men, I mean that's the annoying thing though, because every human being does it, like man or woman. So every human being does it a lot. Men are always talking behind women, people's back. They're always talking about one of the other guys that did one thing, or even about a girl. So they're always talking about stuff. They like, so men gossiping. Like even with me, men have gossiped with me. Like come and just like I'll just be like all this plenty gist you come to
I
tell
don't
me.
remember. Don't have time to talk about other people, but yeah, everyone does it. So
Everyone definitely does it.
definitely,
There's this situation I have. I don't know if this is necessarily pertaining to gossip, but I'm just gonna add it here quickly. Like, so let's see. What do you think? Let's just this guys, we're deviating a bit, but we'll soon stop the live session. Thanks for watching. Or maybe we should just stop it here. Maybe that would be a different topic. It's about like discussions between friends and like loyalty. Who are you loyal to when you're in a friendship, that kind of thing. So maybe we'll do that as a different topic. But thanks for joining in, guys, for this one about gossip. Put your comments in when you watch this video. Probably if you're not on the live right now, when you watch it later, put your comments. What do you think gossip is? Do you think any conversation that has to do with anybody else when the person is not present is gossip? Or do you feel it's only when it's a negative conversation about that person that is gossip? Or when it has, if you, do you feel like you sharing your experience with someone else when the person's not present is gossip, whether it's positive or negative? Or is it only when you're coming to talk about that person when they're not there, and maybe you're not talking about you and the person, but just only that person's business in conversation? Do you think that's gossip? Like, you guys should put your comments, leave your comments when you watch this video, and let us know what you think gossip is. But rest assured, we are all guilty. Very
Nobody only pass.
seriously, we're all guilty. Well, to what degree we're not sure. Some people are more guilty than others. Maybe that's all they have. That's all the conversation they know how to
They ever
do.
have in their entire lives about other
Exactly.
people.
That's pretty much all the conversation they have. They just carry other people, like they don't talk about themselves. Me, I talk about myself a lot. So I might gossip about myself. You know, I'm there, so I'm not gossiping about myself. So yeah, you guys should please chime in. You know, put your comments, and thank you for watching. If you, the 6 people that were on watching right now, thank you for watching. The rest of you can catch it on my channel when it, like, at the end of this podcast. And see you next Sunday with another conversation. If you would like to be part of this discussion on Sunday Sit Down with Sonia, at I don't know what topic we'll talk about next week, but if there's a topic you want us to talk about, whether it's about living in Canada, anything at all, let me know so that we can talk about it next week. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good Sunday. Happy Sunday. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video to people. Share my channel to people. You should subscribe.
Subscribe. The subscribe button is down here.
Please, just
Yeah.
subscribe. It's very easy. Just do it. Help your girl. It's not taking anything from you to subscribe. Thank you, and God bless you. Bye. Thank you, Yemi.